Hello to my outcasty Philly people that are out there in YouTube land. My name is SageMonk, aka Player One, and I have my lovely wife and co-host here.
JPuff, aka Player 2.
Yeah, so this is a different type of YouTube channel. We decided, out of boredom, to do what we naturally do, but with the mics on. Normally, we sit around and we have discussions about life and love and relationships, and our friends come to us a lot. And I've had a lot of friends come through my life and ask me questions about relationships. For some odd reason, they feel like I am good with telling people things that might help them. We just wanted to have a channel where people are able to come together, have discussions, give some advice, get some advice. And I'll tell you from the beginning, I don't claim to know everything, but we're older people who found each other, have been through a lot of stuff, been through a lot of mistakes. We're geeks, and I really don't give a crap if you like either one of those. I'm talking to the people who are like that. And if you're not, hey, you know what? That's cool too. Just listen in. If you don't like it, you don't have to. We just have, some of that advice that the older people in your life might not be able to give you or just refuse to give you. And, we just thought we'd try to share it.
And our channel is Co-op for Life.
Good advice.
For
average geeks, really.
Exactly.
Again, I'm not Dr. Phil. She's not Dr. Ruth. We're just people who have been around enough and kind of know the ins and outs from a geeky, dweeby point of view. But I will say this. We're kind of like spies for geeks. Like, we have enough social grace to be able to fit into any situation and talk to people and not look out of place. But we're complete dorks.
We are.
I hate to characterize it, but you know when you're a dork. And you know when you're a dweeb. You know when you... It doesn't even have to do with how people see you, more so how you see yourself. You know when you just don't hang out with the cool people, and you also know when the cool people and you just don't have anything in common. I'm talking to those people, and you might write letters or emails or just ask questions, and we're here to help, really. Again, some of the advice will work for you, some of it won't. Take what works for you, throw away the rest. I mean, honestly. But enough about us. Maybe we should get to what you were here for. Let's start with a couple of feeder questions that we were given already to, just kind of start things off. One of the questions that I was asked is, the person feels like they can't find anybody that is quote unquote in their league. Are there leagues? I believe so. I mean, to be honest. And by league, we don't mean that someone is better than another person, but just you guys just don't have many things in common, and it's not compatible. It's going to be really difficult to have a butcher who's in a relationship with somebody from PETA. Hey, I'm going to save animals. Hey, I'm going to cut some up. It might not exactly work.
You don't have to change to be who they want you to be.
I'll put it to you like this. When I was younger, and I think all of us do the same thing. I mean, as human beings, especially in the younger years. As you get older, let me tell you, people, after a while, you get to the point where you don't give a crap what people are thinking. And that is one thing that I love about getting older. And the older you get, the less craps you give. Being young, I'll go ahead and put that out there. We want to fit in. We do. It's just something in us to be part of a society, and part of that is being in a relationship. So we want to fit in, and we feel like we want people who are like us. You want to fit in. You do. And you want... When you see someone you're attracted to, you want that person to be attracted to you. And unfortunately, when you're younger, you do things in order to make that person attracted to you if they're not naturally. And sometimes we compromise who we are in order to get that person to like us. And it's one of those things like, look, if they don't like you for who you are, then they're not for you. And this is what I mean. Let me make sure I make this very clear. If you're not washing your butt, you can't really. If you don't wash your butt, okay, if you are the kind of person who believes almost as a religion that funk is your friend, that club is going to be quite small. And you can't be mad at somebody who is not in love with your BO. Am I missing anything as a guy? As how I
No,
feel?
true. I think hygiene can be very important.
I think most people on the planet like someone who smells good.
Right?
Okay, and I'm talking as a male who had a lot of experience with asking people stupid questions, and I've had a lot of experience. Let me be honest. As a geek, and my geek credentials are pretty standard. Ren Fair geek, anime geek, Comic Con geek, video game geek, comic book geek. Um, Quite a few fandoms geek. I've been to conventions. I've been to a lot of public spaces with geeky people. Not all of those spaces are the freshest. In some places, I know a lot. Now, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people who have very good hygiene, but we have all. If you have been in those spaces, there's a few people who kind of smell like Axe and hot dog water and old cabbage.
Damn, babe.
What? No, I'm serious. You know what I'm talking about. They just make your nose hairs just fall out one by one and commit suicide.
Yeah, but I think, yes, I agree.
So I'm saying for those people, that club, that pool of people that they're drawing from is going to be few and far between who enjoy that. And you can't be upset if somebody doesn't enjoy that. If most people don't enjoy that, you can't say, "Well, all people are lame and they're terrible people, and the world sucks." No, there are some things that you're going to do that put you outside of what the normal range is. And I don't say normal because there's really no normal, but let's just say what many people, thank you, many people in society say they like. You can't be mad about that. But aside from that,
Every person has somebody, so.
right, there's a pot for every lid, right? Now, you might find somebody that really just loves your funky draws. That's great. I hope you do. Maybe they are equally funky. You two can funk up the room together. You can co-mingle your funks.
Sometimes their fun can be controlled too, so.
Right.
Think about those people.
But on a tangent, but what you can't do is, yes, let's say you, I don't know, have right. Let's say you have a hand growing out your face. Okay. Now we all want the Beauty and the Beast, the what's the guy, Quasimodo, Hunchback of Notre Dame. We all want the inner beauty thing. Okay. I believe in it. I love it. But you're going to be attracted to something. And you can't hate the world if not everybody prefers someone with a hand growing out of their face. There might be one person. It's gonna take you a while to find them. But not all people are stupid because they don't like somebody with a hand growing out of their face. You just gotta kind of understand that part. Right? About just the way human attraction works. But that doesn't mean that you have to then hate yourself. It just means, hey, you know what? I'm going to find somebody who likes being gripped by my nose.
Right?
That sounds weird, but you know what the hell I mean. It's going to take a while. But they're out there. You can't give up on it. But at the same time, if you find somebody who does not like... Perfect example. Fellas, I'm telling you now, you're going to have a very hard road. If you are a gamer and you get a girl or a guy who doesn't like gaming, good effing luck. Find someone who, and I'm suggesting, finding someone that's closer to your likes, your dislikes, your values, your ethics will make your relationship easier on you. I'm not saying that opposites don't attract, they do. But I am saying, like my grandma used to tell me when I brought a girl home and I was like, oh my God, she's so cute. And she's like, hey, baby, that's great, but what y'all gonna talk about? As a kid, couldn't understand it at all. Had no effing clue what she was talking about. I was like, does it matter? I mean, look at him. She's hot. But over time, once the hotness wore off, once just looking at the person or, getting hot and heavy or kissing or whatever you were imagining doing with this person wears off, and now you're looking at the real person, warts and all, and they're looking at you. If you guys don't have a lot in common, it's going to be really hard for you guys to keep yourself interested in each other. Really hard. And eventually, they're going to want to hang out with people who like to do the things they do. And that's fine. Everybody has friends for that. That's not what I'm saying. But if they want to spend most of their time with people that aren't you, who have things in common with them, that's less time that you two have to work on your relationship, make memories, have things to talk about, get to know each other. And those things are going to start to cause problems, especially if they do run into someone who is just like them.
Right, I think kind of too along the same lines. Something to think about too, which you don't think of when you're younger age. As you get older, you change and grow as a person, and sometimes that person that you've fallen in love with, even in your 20s, isn't on the same path, or you've grown in different directions as you've gotten a little bit older. So I think sometimes too, everyone's quick to get into a relationship in their youth. I think sometimes it's good to give it a minute, wait, do what you want to do, and get what you want out of life, and then wait till maybe your later 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, or later, till you've really grown into the person you are to find someone.
And babe, we're also talking to teenagers and younger teenagers. I don't know if they're gonna wait till 30. Especially when they're just a bag of hormones.
Well, I'm just saying, don't get married right out the boat.
Oh, heck no. We're not even talking. Yeah, you're right about that. I'm talking about even a relationship. I have seen relationships, friendships with benefits, situationships, all those ships that have sailed and crashed and burned like the Titanic.
People can have relationships, yeah. I mean, you should try to find someone that has things in common with them, but I think you and I both married at a young age, and can just vouch for the fact that maybe we should have waited a little bit longer.
Yes, I mean, disclaimer: we both have been married before and divorced. I'm telling you, look. Older people tell you things from their own mistakes. Now, I'm not saying I didn't get anything out of it. I'm not saying that we didn't have some good years, but it fell apart primarily for those type of reasons. Thankfully, I sent up some kind of prayer to fate, and I ran into a woman who games and likes cons and likes anime and and is cute and can cook.
Who is this woman you speak of?
Seriously? Really? Okay. All right. Fine.
I'm gonna kick her butt.
I have these moments, dear.
Where you love me even more than you ever thought you could.
Let's go with that. I really like that answer. We're gonna stay there. But anyway, I know this is gonna come up a lot. I know we're gonna revisit this, but I want to end this episode right here. But don't worry, we are going to upload every Sunday.
Please hit the like and subscribe buttons below and send us your questions or comments.
You can find us at Co-op for Life 1 on Twitter, or you can email us at coopforlifegaming@gmail.com, or you can click on the links below. Until next time,
Later geeks.
This has been the first episode of Co-op for Life.
Good advice
For average geeks.